Hi writers, today we are doing session 4, drafting essays. You're going to be writing an essay, so I want to use this mini lesson to do some last minute teaching, not only about essay writing, but also about becoming more independent. As you become an adult, one of the skills you need to develop is that part of being able to get yourself started on a writing project and to work more on demand, doing your own thinking, planning, and writing without support. When you're working on a complex project, like doing a major piece of writing, it helps to get your mind ready for the work by recalling what you already know how to do. So I want you to be thinking to yourself, what makes a great essay? Today, I want to teach you that when essayists get ready to draft, they think about what they already know about essay writing. To do this, they sometimes have to use other people's essays to help them make a plan, to remind them of what they have learned before, and to set new goals. Then write long and strong and finish their draft in short order. Today, we're going to look at the anchor chart of what makes a great essay. This is hanging up in the classroom, but I also have a copy in this text. And one of the first things it talks about is having a strong claim. Now, we're writing about the theme that the author is using in the text. And so we're going to talk about how this theme is emerging throughout the text. And that is in the introduction paragraph where you have a strong claim. The claim is your opinion about what you believe the theme of the text to be. We use an essay structure, which we use an introduction and a body and a conclusion. And I've given you an outline in the packet you're going to be using for your big essay for your next short story, and that has an outline for you that kind of outlines what you need in your entire to include in all your paragraphs. And we're also going to include evidence. What I want to talk about right now, though, is introducing or writing an introduction that names the title and the author and also summarizes the text, but also names the claim at the end of the introduction paragraph. So I have written an introduction to All Summer in a Day, which you guys have already written about that story. So I'm just going to show you how this introduction summarizes the story in a way that fits the claim, but it also names the claim of what I believe the thesis to be. Here it goes. Ray Bradbury's fictional short story, All Summer in a Day, takes place on Venus, a planet where it rains all of the time. Margot, a recent arrival on Venus, remembers what the other children cannot. She remembers the warmth of the sun and how beautiful the sunshine can be. Margot is grieving the loss of the sun. The other children are jealous that she even remembers. One lesson the story suggests is that when people can't get over their own pain, they sometimes wind up hurting others. So that last sentence would be my theme. And notice how I kind of crafted that summary to outline the pain that's going on between the kids. Okay, another thing that we're going to need to include are some body paragraphs, and we're going to cite our using text evidence. So I'm also going to give you an example of some body paragraphs that I've written that cites text evidence for this. From the very beginning, the details in the story show the children's pain. They are painfully jealous because Margot has seen the sun and they have not. Bradbury describes how Margot stood apart from these children who could never remember a time when there wasn't rain and rain and rain. Notice the repetition. They were all 9-year-olds, and if there had been a day 7 years ago when the sun came out for an hour and showed its face to the stunned world, they could not recall. So that quote was text evidence. This line, now I'm going to talk about it. This line shows that Margot, it turns out, lived on Earth once, and she has seen the sun, and the other children have not. And she makes their world of dreary rain even more painful to them. So now I'm elaborating on my text evidence. And here I'm going to transition into the next detail. Another detail that shows the children's pain is that while they have never seen the sun, they dream of it every night. They dream of gold and yellow and warmth. And here's the quote. But then they always awoke to the tatting drum, the endless shaking of clear bead necklaces upon the roof, the walk, the gardens, the forest, and their dreams were gone. This shows that clearly the children long for the sun, but all they experience is the endless rain. It's not some kind of life-giving rain. in this story, it's an awful heavy rain. It's this In the story it says 1,000 forests have been crushed under the rain and grown up 1,000 times to be crushed again. It seems as if the rain is making the children desperate, which might be why they want to hurt Margot. So again, I gave a text evidence that supported my claim, and then I elaborated on it. Okay, and then the last thing, after you've explained your evidence and you've used transitions, you're going to summarize. You're going to write a conclusion that's going to kind of really wrap up your opinion about the claim and really drive home to your readers what you believe to be the theme of this text. So I hope this helps you get started on your rough draft, and I hope you use these anchor charts to guide you and these mentor texts to guide you.